DTNA Parts, the one-stop solution for Freightliner and Western Star trucks and the people who drive, manage, and care for them. With more than 900 locations and seamless online shopping through Accelerator, DTNA Parts keep trucks singing and businesses humming. For a customized experience, speedy delivery, and comprehensive selection of over 175,000 quality truck parts, go to DTNAparts.com. DTNA Parts. Parts that move you.
Are freezing temps putting the brakes on your diesel engine? For unbeatable protection against diesel fuel gelling, trust the experts at House Products. Stock up on House Diesel Treat, the nation's most trusted anti-gel. And to be safe from the harshest winter conditions, make sure you have House Diesel Lifeline on hand. The fastest acting gelling rescue product. Available nationwide, House products are designed to keep you rolling through the toughest conditions. House, tested, trusted, guaranteed. Visit houseproducts.com.
Are you the parent of a 2 to 7-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting free radio offer. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse, the Parents' Choice Award-winning online learning program that's actually changing the lives of early learners everywhere. ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much. Right now, we're offering a special radio promo to try it free for a month. But you have to go to abcmouse.com/radio to claim your free month. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Sponsored by AJ Newman.
Few nonprofits in the trucking industry, and even fewer that annually make a difference in the lives of exceptional drivers. Since 2008, nearly 4,000 over-the-road semi-truck drivers have turned to the St. Christopher Truckers Relief Fund when a medical issue took them off the road. St. Christopher steps in by paying necessity
because since the museum started posting videos of Howard in 2020, its TikTok account has become the app's most popular museum in the world, with 2.7 million followers.
And your support helps make that happen.
This journey to social media stardom actually began last century when this naval veteran and former auto technician retired in 1999. When he came home, his wife, who worked at the museum, laid down the law.
She says, after you retire, you can sit at home for a
Again,
week
you
or
can learn
two,
more
and after that, I want you up and out of here
That's
doing something.
truckersfund.org.
We said a little something.
Truckersfund.org.
Well, with his automotive background, Howard quickly fell in love with figuring out the museum's contraption called the Washington Press. 20 years later, when the museum was facing the pandemic shutdown, social media manager Jared Jones had the idea to put Howard on camera and explain his beloved printing method to folks who could no longer visit. We're not only talking about history, we are demonstrating it. February 10th. Chinese New Year. Now,
Radio 1440 is WLWI-AM and 95.1 HD3 FM of Montgomery, a Cumulus media station. This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. We begin on Capitol Hill, where senators have just finished voting on a $95 billion package to provide aid to Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan.
In this vote, the yeas are 70, the nays are 29. The bill, as amended, passes.
Correspondent Cammie McCormick has our top story.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer hailed the vote.
With this bill, the Senate declares that American leadership will not waver, will not falter, will not fail.
He also says it sends a message to Vladimir Putin about America's resolve. Ukraine's president welcomed the vote, but the $95 billion package faces an uncertain future in the Republican-controlled House.
Speaker Johnson's already announced he's opposed. Now to the massive winter storm system bearing down on the Northeast.
We have the trucks all loaded with sand and salt.
Towns and villages from New York's Hudson Valley to Boston are prepping for what could be the biggest snowfall they've dealt with in about 2 years. The good news from CBS's David Parkinson.
As quickly as the storm arrives, it will be gone. So it starts with the morning commute, and it is gone before the evening commute.
Many schools and government offices are closed. More than 1,200 flights have been canceled or delayed in the U.S. so far. South Carolina's primary is a little more than a week away. Our CBS News poll shows Nikki Haley could be in trouble. CBS's Jennifer DePinto.
Donald Trump leads Nikki Haley big among South Carolina likely GOP primary voters. 65% say they'll vote for Trump, while 30% say they'll vote for Haley. Most Republican primary voters approve of the job Haley did as governor, but it's not giving her a home state advantage.
The Washington Post is reporting the CDC plans to drop its 5-day COVID isolation guidelines now that most people have developed a level of immunity to the virus. Instead, it will reportedly recommend returning to school and work if you've been fever-free for 24 hours and your symptoms are mild and improving. Officials in the Caribbean are criticizing the U.S. recent travel warning. Here's CBS's Manuel Bojorquez.
Bahamian officials point to the sheer number of tourists as a sign that visitors feel safe.
We had over 9 million last year.
But the U.S. recently issued a travel warning due to a nearly 8% increase in homicides, mainly local gang-related killings. Nassau-based channel Eyewitness News has been covering
that crime situation that is happening in the Bahamas, local communities, gang-related incidents, not crime that you're hearing about in tourist hotspots.
This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career path with flexibility, great pay, and benefits? Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today.
You know, you see a huge group of people and maybe they're in line to do something and they seem happy about it. You have to wonder, okay, what am I missing? What's going on here? What are these people excited about? Well, in this case, it's thousands of people and they're joining MediShare. Why? Well, MediShare is a much more affordable alternative to health insurance. It's reliable, too. It's a well-run community of Christians. They've been sharing each other's medical expenses for more than 30 years, so it's proven. And if you switch, you'll likely save hundreds of dollars a month. Most members wind up paying about half what they used to. And you know what? They find they like it better. MediShare's member satisfaction rate is 98%. That's way better than health insurance, as you might imagine. You don't have to pay for things you don't believe in. You get telehealth 24/7, huge freedom in choosing your doctors. At least check into it. This may be one of those things where you're like, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Why not start saving now? Call 877-26-BIBLE. That's 877-26-BIBLE. 877-26-BIBLE.
Happy Valentine's Day, ladies.
While February 14th is for Valentine's, the 13th is for Galentine's. Merriam-Webster calls it a day for women to celebrate their friendships with their lady friends. Or,
To girlfriend. Yay!
as Amy Poehler's character said in Parks and Rec, where it originated,
What's Galentine's Day? Oh, it's only the best day of the year. Every February 13th, my lady friends and I leave our husbands and our boyfriends at home and we just come and kick it breakfast style.
as one person put it, it's about doing exactly what you want to do and feeling thankful for having friends that let you do it. Matt Piper, CBS News.
Sunday's Super Bowl on CBS was one for the history books. An average 123.4 million viewers tuned in. That's the highest number to ever watch the game in TV history. Last year's record high was 115 million. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
I'm John Williams with Mortgage Corporation of the South, also known as MCS. Nearly 30 years ago, I opened the company a small one-room office in downtown Wetumpka, Alabama. I was on a mission to make home equity and debt consolidation loans available to homeowners regardless of their credit rating. In the beginning, I remember wondering, how in the world would we reach the people that needed our services? Well, I took a chance on radio advertising, and the rest is now history. Through the years, we've helped thousands of Alabama homeowners with mortgages, home equity, and debt consolidation loans. Today, MCS is practically a household name across the entire state. In order to succeed, you've got to reach the people who need your services the most. That's a fact, and radio works. If you'd like to grow your business, log on to newsradio1440.com and click on Grow Your Business. That's newsradio1440.com and click on Grow Your Business. Take it from me, radio works.
My wife and I both ended up mild sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, and nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can release your sleep better and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing the Vodge has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use, I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps you clear the way, literally clear the way, for you to operate better in the justified way.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. We all make resolutions this time of year, and let's face it, most of them won't stick. But here's one that's not only easy to keep, but will help you feel healthier all year long. Navage. Navage provides quick, drug-free nasal relief by washing symptoms in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. This time of year, when everyone is sick, Navage helps by sucking out germs, bacteria, and viruses trapped in our noses that cause us to feel miserable. And come allergy season, it does the same with dust, pollen, and other allergens. And unlike medications, it can take time to help if they're effective at all. Navage helps treat congestion symptoms in seconds flat, without drugs. This new year, all you need drug-free Navage to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
Don't miss Sean Hannity.
Biden incoherently adheres
Live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Lowe's. Shop deals on LG at Lowe's with up to 35% off select major appliances. Plus, save an extra $75 on every $750 you spend on all major appliances. Lowe's knows home improvement prices included savings based on purchase amounts. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Quiet weather is back in the forecast today. We're mainly sunny after a few morning clouds. Temperatures cooler though. In the upper 50s, it will be a bit breezy, at least through the morning hours. The wind should come down a bit as we go through the afternoon. Tonight, we are mostly clear and cold. Lows around 34. There could be frost out there tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, 64, mostly sunny. Partly cloudy on Thursday. Temperatures up out around 67. That's your first look forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seaweed for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven, on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, we've got trouble on Dozier Road. It is flooded, so the Emerald Mountain Toll Bridge is closed. So that Emerald Mountain Toll Bridge closed due to flooding on Dozier Road, so please be advised to adjust accordingly. Outside of that, we're looking good. Interstate systems moving smoothly into the Tri-County area. From Scranton all the way to Brinkley, no problems on 231, north out of Detroit or south out of Augusta. Any term B classes start March 5th at Trim State. Future's bright. Trim State, today's college for tomorrow's world. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic Systems, major delay.
Good morning, I'm Jeff Davis. This is happening limited on Tuesday. Measuring this Alabama's grocery tax by an additional 1% will not happen this year. Lawmakers say that even enough money in the education tax fund. And other businesses, Alabama will have 14 states tax systems. Happening this week was special preliminary hearings for two suspects charged with the death of 16-year-old Michael Davis in Montgomery. The shooter was recently missing and later turned up dead. Witness King Shepard and Redmond Jones originally denied having been there to prove his death. Eventually, the king was confessing to accidentally killing him while shooting at his Montgomery. But tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and the Montgomery Football Court hosting an extra special day. It's hosting the Day of Love, where perfect love brings true love to be appreciated marriages and happen from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Montgomery County Football Court. That's your news on this Tuesday.
Alabama shakes Democrat Shamari Figueres' life. Shamari's father, civil rights icon Michael Figueres, who bankrupted the Klan and committed his life to racial justice. Shamari's mother fought for us in the Alabama State Senate. Shamari Figueres brought our values to the White House, serving as a
value is that?
President Barack Obama. Now, Shamari Figueres is running for Congress to represent Alabama. He will work every day for better, more affordable health care. And as a husband and father of 3 young kids, Shamari Figueres will make better education a priority from day one.
Gotcha.
With our voting rights and freedoms on the line, Shamari will never stop fighting for us. On or before March 5th, vote for Alabama's own
Democrat Shamari Figures for Congress. Protect Progress page 4 is responsible for the content of this ad, not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. www.protectprogress.com.
Being here with Just Blinds in Travel, and we've got the blinds, and we've got
We
the
got the
shades. We've
blinds.
got roller shades, band shades, honeycomb shades, woven shades, fabric shades, and solar shades. And while we've got all the latest and greatest in shades, don't forget Just Blinds in Travel is also your trusted source for shutters, draperies, and of course blinds. At Just Blinds, we're more than just blinds. Visit our showroom in Travel or browse our online showroom by visiting gojustblinds.com.
Good
What,
morning.
Melissa?
How's it going?
Oh, good. Oh.
Dr. Kinsey Stedmeyer, and I focus on cancer prevention. People are always asking me, why? Why do I do this work?
Oh.
There's a child that I took care of at the door that she said to me, Dr. Kim, will you remember me forever?
It's been a hard year. Every day I think of the faces of patients when I see their smile, when I tell them that new treatments are helping their lives.
It's just so inspiring to do research that impacts human lives.
Canopy Cancer has been a critical partner in advancing research for cancer.
Cancer research saves lives.
So please help us fight in this battle against cancer.
Be a part of the team that ends cancer at standuptocancer.org. Kevin Elkins, founder of Montgomery Men's Health. Around Valentine's Day, I find myself having fun conversations with men and women. When I first started 15 years ago, guys were mostly treating easy and folks keeping themselves. But relationship dynamics are changing. Spouses and girlfriends work in corners so often. The reality is intimacy strengthens relationships. Being intimate with a relationship can change it. Testosterone can have strength, energy, and drive. Did you know our previous average 3 failures with pills and other places before we successfully treat them? Why? Because it's all we do, all day, every day. Call us today and together let's stop the pattern of failure. It's experience matters, outcome matters. If you're serious about changing your life, call us and we'll show you why for over a decade our team has been #1 in Alabama for men's health. Get a jump start on Valentine's Day and book your appointment. Call 334-440-3663 or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com and plan your amazing night. Come see us today. MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
Telling it like it really is. It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440. Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Tomorrow morning, if you wake up and the sun does not appear.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It's time to rise and shine once again. For it is once again, one more time. You are on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440 on your AM dial, 95.1 Channel 3 on HD Radio, or 1440 AM, or newsradio1440.com. It is time for our daily bread, a word from on high, something that'll change your perspective or at least give you another one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning. It is February the 13th, 2024 AD. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Jesus' Blood. Our scripture insight today comes from Isaiah 1 through 1 and 18, which reads, though your sins are like scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Govern yourselves accordingly. And again, our scripture insight today is 1:15 through 20. Again, good morning. It is February the 13th. It is a day like all the other days that it's never been. And once it is gone, it will not ever be back again. You don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done this day that you did not. You certainly don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do with this day, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of the things you have done this day. If you've lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many, many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace, mercy, charity of God, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day that is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with them? I don't know. But whatever you do, make sure it is something that you'll be proud of tomorrow. And do what you can, from whom you can, for as long as you can, and lend a helping hand. Benjamin Germain said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say that is the standard of how you live life. You'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. We all do. But just remember this. Quitters never win, and winners never quit. So don't you quit. Don't you give up. Start this day with a great attitude and be more enthusiastic about this day than any other day you've ever seen in your life, because this day was never promised. Good morning to you. February the 13th, 2024. Jesus' blood. That's our daily bread for this day, and it's a great day to be alive.
Hey, welcome to today's encouragement from your friends at Our Daily Bread. The reading for today, titled Jesus' Blood, was written by Kenneth Peterson. The color red doesn't always naturally occur in the things we make. How do you put the vibrant color of an apple into a t-shirt or lipstick? In early times, the red pigment was made from clay or red rocks. In the 1400s, the Aztecs invented a way of using cochineal insects to make red dye. Today, those same tiny insects supply the world with red. In the Bible, red denotes royalty, and it also signifies sin and shame. Further, it's the color of blood. When soldiers stripped Jesus and put a scarlet robe on him, these three symbolisms merged into one heartbreaking image of red. Jesus was ridiculed as would-be royalty. He was cloaked in shame, and he was robed in the color of the blood he would soon shed. But Isaiah's words foretell the promise of this crimson Jesus to deliver us from the red that stains us. Isaiah 1:18 says, "Though your sins are like scarlet, they shall be as white as snow." One other thing about those cochineal insects used for red dye, they are actually milky white on the outside. Only when they are crushed do they release their red blood. That little fact echoes for us other words from Isaiah 53:5. Jesus was crushed for our iniquities. Jesus, who knew no sin, is here to save us who are red with sin. You see, in his crushing death, Jesus endured a whole lot of red so you could be white as snow. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Isaiah chapter 1, verses 15 through 20. When you spread out your hands in prayer, I hide my eyes from you. Even when you offer many prayers, I am not listening. Your hands are full of blood. Wash and make yourselves clean. Take your evil deeds out of my sight. Stop doing wrong. Learn to do right. Seek justice. Defend the oppressed. Take up the cause of the fatherless. Plead the case of the widow. Come now, let us settle the matter, says the Lord. Though your sins are like scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Though they are red as crimson, they shall be like wool. If you are willing and obedient, you will eat the good things of the land. But if you resist and rebel, you will be devoured by the sword. For the mouth of the Lord has spoken. Let's pray. Dear Lord, thank you for sending your Son to save us from our sin. Thank you for the saving grace of his shed blood. And may our lives be an expression of our gratitude. It's in Jesus' name that we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening today. My name is Wes Ward, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Well, time to rise and shine. Let's go to work.
Here we go, all the way, gotta be rough and tough, airborne, every day, we run to the sun, no sweat, not yet, down in the mess hall on my knees, we got nothing to eat but a can of beans, the bread was molded and the meat was bad. Well, you know darn well that you can't eat that. Hey, you know darn well that you can't eat that. Here we go, all the way, gotta be
rough and tough, airborne, all the way.
When I was young, I always wanted to be
in the 82nd Airborne, easing the breeze. Now that I'm here, I want to do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight.
all the way, airborne.
That's the way we do it. That's the way we get up in the morning around here.
All the way, airborne, all the way, driving on.
Shake it off, shake it off.
Early one morning,
In the drizzling rain, well, I picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump master said 1 minute to go. Green light lead with a cheering blow.
all the way, airborne, all the way, driving on, all the way, airborne, all the way,
Driving on, driving on. Here we go,
all the way,
all the way.
gotta be
Rough and tough,
airborne.
all the way. All right then. Okay, no PT today. It is it's Tuesday, so it's time to take a break. So enjoy our homage. We pay homage to our military services each and every morning. I'm probably the only guy that does it, but then again, I'm the only sergeant on the airways of Montgomery. I can handle that. Okay, would have been a sergeant major, but you know how that works out sometimes. Sometimes you do it, sometimes you don't. Be right back.
Till we meet once more, especially one happy morning song. Heroes ready for the call. We place our trust in thee. Through howling gale and shot and shell to win our victory.
And of course, let us pay homage to Maxwell and Gunner Air Force Base. After all, this is an Air Force town. And welcome to the F-35 people in town here, that new unit out on base. I tell you, I'm feeling pretty good. Montgomery, we're going places. Question is, where? Their motto is Semper Fidelis, but they shorten it. Now they call it Semper Fi. But whether it's Semper Fidelis or Semper Fi, it means the same thing. Always, always faithful. Good morning, Jarheads. Hope this day finds you well. I still need me one of them suits. And welcome. I'm sitting here asking myself a question this morning, and I just got something off the news that doesn't quite make sense. It makes sense, but do we not understand that Nikita Khrushchev, and if you don't know who he is, please look him up. One day in front of Congress of the United Nations, he said Americans were useful idiots. And at first I took an insult at that, but then again, he wasn't talking about me then. I wouldn't, truly consider it American. But, our, I just got an article that say a lot of kids going to college cannot read. And I get to thinking, well, why is it that we don't teach writing anymore in school? We don't teach cursive writing. We got children and kids and young adults who don't know how to sign their name. So who came up with that great idea? Alabama's always, and we always talk about education. We're always talking about education. This is why that's a bunch of bull crap, and all it is filler, and it's a racket. Education is a racket in Alabama. It just is. It's a racket. Get more money, 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 and still produce less. Do you? Somebody asked you outside the private school, is there anybody in school in the city of Montgomery, a city-owned organization that is teaching cursive writing, how to sign your name? Does anybody know how to? Anybody? And if I'm wrong, then hey, right on. I'm glad. I hope I'm wrong. I hope there's one school out there that teaches kids how to sign their name. And the way I see it now, from people have told me that it's kind of like kindergarten writing. They print their name. I mean, okay, but so we don't teach cursive writing anymore. So how do you sign your name? I can make block letters and sign your name. That's not that big a deal. I just thought that it just caught me. And they said a lot of kids coming to college today do not read. They cannot read. I mean, it is because we are entertaining ourselves with computers and TikTok and things of this nature, and we've forgotten. I mean, we have forgotten the essential ingredients of survival. A woman named Karen Swoll said, "What's happening with our current generation is not that they are simply choosing TikTok over Jane Austin, but they are being deprived of the ability to choose for no real reason or benefit. We, can and must stop perpetrating this crime on our kids. I'm just students do not know how to read anymore, and we are in denial. That's a shame. That's from the slate.com. Wow. I'm always amazed. I'm always amazed when people show up for college and they have to get remedial reading. That always amazes me. I think we should sue the high school they came from because they did not do a very good job of teaching kids to read. So, and if you cannot read, then you cannot be fully functional in our society. You have to go by what somebody tells you it says or what it means and things of that nature. Well, I just thought that somebody sent me an article last night, and I thought that was an interesting thing. Why our children are not reading? And I've said this. I think there ought not be any computers in a room until you get to at minimum the 8th grade. Because by the time you get to the 8th grade, if you can't read or anything like that, that's probably too late for you anyway. But I'm just saying we need to go back to some basic things. Computers are fine, TikTok's fine. All this stuff is fine if it is given in the right portion. Okay, but I'm saying, does anybody know any kid that can actually sign his name? Outside of private school? I don't even know if Z can sign his name because they don't teach it. Anyway, we'll be back after this with Word of the Day and Lessons of Life.
USFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Staples Stores. Now, during Staples Sit-a-thon, you can save up to $180 on select chairs, desk chairs, computer chairs, even gaming chairs. In store only, offer ends 3/2. See associates for details. Stop by Staples today and grab a seat.
Quiet weather is back in the forecast today. We're mainly sunny after a few morning clouds. Temperatures cooler, though. In the upper 50s, it will be a bit breezy, at least through the morning hours. The wind should come down a bit as we go through the afternoon. Tonight, we are mostly clear and cold. Lows around 34. There could be frost out there tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, 64, mostly sunny, partly cloudy on Thursday. Temperatures top out around 67. That's your First Alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Sabry for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive. Family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. South Boulevard just before Woodley Road. Got a minor accident reported there, so please use caution. Also, the toll bridge is closed. Emerald Mountain Toll Bridge is closed due to flooding on Dozier. So please use caution, avoid that area, or take alternate route as necessary. Emerald Mountain Toll Bridge closed due to flooding on Dozier Road. The new Toyotas and the Nissans are rolling in at McKinnon Toyota and Nissan. Never pay over sticker. You'll be grinning with McKinnon, exit 212 off I-65 in Clamp. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
The best Counter-Strike teams in the world just went head-to-head to secure their spots at the Blast Premier Spring Final in London. The group stage amassed an average of 170,000 viewers across all matches, which is the equivalent to Yankee Stadium at max capacity 3.5 times over. Coming to the OVO Arena, Wembley this summer, 8 teams will compete for their slice of the $425,000 prize pool. It's an exciting watch, even if you're not a gamer.
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Whatever happened to Tony Ford? 2017, I was knocked down. A very rare type of sickness went straight into my brain. My body was completely wasting away.
So Tony developed high-impact protein by Power Life.
Add 1 scoop of high-impact protein to a glass of water, H&B plus vitamin D3. They go to work reshaping your body.
Go to mypowerlife.com and use code FUEL to save 30%. Text FUEL to 511-511 today. All individuals and unique results can remove vary. These statements are not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Let's see. Something different for dinner. Searching restaurants near me.
Right here, ma'am. How can we help?
Gee, same old, same old.
Wait, we're right here. Ma'am, our restaurant's just a few blocks from you. Why is she not seeing us?
Back to the usual, I guess.
Ma'am, can you not see us?
Nope, they can't see you because you're buried deep in the list of local restaurants. You are invisible online. Introducing Cumulus Boost. Get a boost, get found, get on the map. Learn more at cumulusboost.com.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way, for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage.
More than 1,400 Alabamians have died from drug overdoses in 2021. Fentanyl is the major cause of drug deaths. It's killing our fathers, our mothers, our sisters, and our brothers. It's time to have a conversation about substance misuse. If you have a family member or friend, or if you are suffering from a substance use disorder, the Council on Substance Abuse wants to help. Go to cosancad.org. Hope is real. Recovery is real. Contact COSA today at 334-262-1629.
Just Blinds and Travel is proud to be the area's trusted source for all things window treatment related. Whether you're looking for classic blinds, stylish shades, or luxurious drapes, Just Blinds and Travel is here to help transition your home to the perfect look designed just for you. It's an easy process. Just stop in and visit our showroom in Prattville. Within minutes, you'll be introduced to the very latest fabrics and window treatment options, and many conveniences of motorization and smart home options. We hope to see you at Just Blinds in Prattville.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact, Jack.
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
And good morning, everybody. Good morning, and good morning again. I'll tell you what, it's an interesting world we live in today. All right, where's my stuff at here? Where's my stuff? Okay, the lessons of life and the word of the day. You got to have the word of the day. We may not be writing much anymore, but we are going to at least learn some vocabulary words today. Before I can see who this is. And who is this? Well, how come people complain that nobody can write their name? Okay. Well, okay, because I was at a couple of businesses the other day, and they said people couldn't sign their name. So maybe those are just a few examples of. Well, let me validate that because if we do teach it and people just not picking it up. Oh, well, something that is required is mandated, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's in the curriculum. Okay. Well, all right. Appreciate it. I'll make sure. I'll just have to check that out and make sure that we're actually teaching people how to sign their name on legal documents. Because I mean, hey, else you may not have it much. Okay, enter. Okay, well, that's a teacher right there. Oh, one more thing. Who is the luckiest person in Alabama this morning? I'll give you a guess. Okay, his name is Savon German. He is accused of shooting at Montgomery police the other day, and they did not shoot back. That is the luckiest young man in Montgomery, Alabama. In the state of Alabama right now. He shot at the popo, and the popo didn't shoot him dead. Now I got to tell you something. Let my hats go off to the Montgomery Police Department because they saved this young man's life. Okay, when you shoot at the police, what you're saying is that I want the police to kill me. Okay, okay. So, Mr. German, you ought to thanking God in heaven above that you are still alive. Savon German is accused of shooting at a Montgomery police officer on February the 12th. That was yesterday. Okay, and and he was the police stopped someplace and there was a call to a suspicious person in the 3800 block of East South Boulevard shortly before 4 p.m. She said the person ran away, leading the police on a foot chase. Coleman said the suspect fired a gun at the pursuing officers, but the officers did not return fire. I don't know who those officers are who did not return fire, but you need to find out their names and thank God that it was those two following you and not somebody else. Shooting at the police has got to be one of the dumbest things any young, even a crook can do because they normally shoot back. I'm just I'm just I'm just saying they normally shoot back. Okay, then hey, don't have time to take any more calls. Got busy, but we can talk about this later on. So the luckiest guy in Alabama right now is Mr. Savon German. Appreciate it. You need to be thanking the good Lord above on your knees that you are still with us this morning. I'm just telling you. That is not a very smart move to do. Anyway, good morning to you. The word of the day is okay. The word where's the word of the day? Okay, the word of the day is let me find it right here. I put gallant. Gallant. Now, what does that mean? Gallant. To be gallant is to be spirited. It is to be brave, nobly, chivalrous, and often self-sacrificing. So now, if you know people that fit that definition, then we would call them gallant individuals, spirited, brave. Okay, I'm not the only guy in town to have these attributes. Okay, I'm just saying. Nobly chivalrous and often self-sacrificing. The word of the day is gallant. Try to get some of those attributes in your own life. Okay. Now, what is the lessons of life today? This is an easy one. I mean, this is an easy one. This is the easy one. This is the easiest one I put up in a while. Okay, easy one I put up in a while. Say, God always answers our prayers. And yes, sometimes the answer is no. We must understand God doesn't necessarily give us what we want, but He gives us what He wants for you to use to the glory of Him and to the blessings of your fellow citizens and your fellow human beings. So again, God always answers. And yes, sometimes the answer is no. So don't complain that God didn't give you what you deserve. Be thankful that He did. It is February the 13th. It is the 44th day of the year of 2024. There are 321 days left in the year, believe it or not. It was on this day in 1935, a jury in Flemington, New Jersey, found Bruno Richard Hauptmann guilty of first-degree murder in the kidnapped slaying of Charles A. Lindbergh Jr., the 20-month-old son of Charles and Anne Lindbergh. Hauptmann was later executed. In 1633, Italian astronomer Galileo arrived in Rome for trial before the Inquisition, accused of defending the Copernican theory that the Earth revolved around the sun instead of the other way around. He was found, vehemently suspect of heresy and ended up being sentenced to a form of house arrest. Aren't you glad we don't live in a time where a theory that you present can put you in jail? 1933, the Warsaw Convention governing airlines liability for international charges on carriage of persons, luggage, and goods went into effect. The year was 1939. Justice Louis de Brandeis retired from the U.S. court. He was succeeded by William O. Douglas. In 1965, during the Vietnam War, President Johnson on this day authorized Operation Rolling Thunder, an extended bombing campaign against the North Vietnamese. 1965. Oh, I just gave you that one. 1980, the 13th Winter Olympics opened at Lake Placid, New York. Right there. 1991, during Operation Desert Storm, Allied warplanes destroyed an underground shelter in Baghdad that had been identified as a military commander center. Iraqi officials said some 500 civilians were killed. In 1996, the rock musical Rent by Jonathan Larson opened on Broadway less than 3 weeks after his death. In 2000, Charles Schultz's final Peanut strip ran in the Sunday newspapers the day after the cartoonist died in his sleep at the age of 77. In 2002, John Walker Lynn pleaded not guilty to a federal court in Alexandria, Virginia, to conspiring to kill Americans supporting the Taliban and terrorist organizations. Lynn later pleaded guilty to lesser offenses and was sentenced to 20 years in prison. He was released in September 2019 after serving 17 years of that sentence. In 2011, Egypt's military leaders dissolved parliament, suspended the constitution, and promised elections in moves cautiously welcomed by protesters who helped topple President Hosni Mubarak. In 2013, on this day, beginning with a long farewell to his flock, a weary Pope Benedict XVI celebrated his final public mass as pontiff, presiding over Ash Wednesday services inside St. Peter's Basilica at the Vatican. In 2016, Justice Anton Scalia, the influential conservative and most provocative member of the U.S. Supreme Court, was found dead at a private residence in Big Bend area of West Texas. He was 79. And it was 12 years ago that Barack Hussein Obama unveiled a $3.8 trillion election year budget plan, calling for stimulus-style payments on roads and schools and tax hikes and wealth on the wealthy to help pay the cost. Washington Governor Christine Gorey, or Jory, whatever place her name is, signed a massive plan, measure making her state the seventh to legalize same-sex marriage. And it was 7 years ago that President Donald Trump embattled security advisor Michael Flynn, who had an opportunity to meet the guy a couple months ago. It looked good because he called over and asked for a meeting, so I had to go see what he needed, So I went and talked to him and gave him my assurance that he was still the man. Resigned following reports that he misled Vice President Mike Pence and other officials about his contacts with Russia. Kim Jong-nam, the entangled half-brother of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, died after 2 women smeared nerve gas and ate it all over his face. I think they didn't like him. I believe that's true. And 3 years ago, former President Donald Trump was acquitted by the Senate. Okay, that's just 3 years ago. I don't mind. In the second impeachment trial, the first two involved former president, in which he was accused of inciting an attack on the U.S. Capitol on January 6th. 7 Republicans joined all 50 Democrats in voting to convict, but it was far from 2/3 of the threshold that was needed. Although he voted not guilty, Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell delivered a scathing denunciation of Trump in a speech from the Senate floor, calling the former president morally responsible for the attack on the Capitol. Okay. Yeah, everybody's got a right to their opinion. Hey, whose birthday is today? No, it's not mine. Actor Kim Novak is 89 years old. Bob Swinson is 81. Actor Stockyard Channing is 78. And believe it or not, talk show host Jerry Springer is 78 years old. And Senator Richard Blumenthal of Connecticut is 76. Man, a lot of old folks down there. Singer Peter Gabriel is 72. Actor David Naughton is 71. Rock musician Pete Hook is 66. Actor Matt Salinger is 62. And there's some more here too, but most of them I never heard of, so won't matter. How about actor Mina Savari? Never heard of her. 43. All right. Oh, Joseph Jackson Jr. Michael Joseph Jackson Jr., also known as Prince Michael Jackson, is 25. I don't see no resemblance in that child of Michael Jackson. It's supposed to be one of them, one of those pregnancies that came from a tube or something. Because Mike didn't put that out. I'm just telling. It is Valentine's Day today. That's what we celebrate. It's a day that women get together and affirm their relationship with their girlfriends. Hey, don't ask about none of that stuff because I don't know nothing about that. I'm just saying. Jerry Springer's dead. Jerry Springer died. When did he die? Well, today's his birthday anyway. Maybe they didn't get the news. Anyway, it's extraordinary to have an infinite amount of access to information at your fingertips. So it's also Safe Internet Day, Black Love Day. We can use some of that. Black love. Black Love Day is about spreading love and promoting peace in our communities and in our society. I'll let you know by the time the day is over if it works. Desperation Day. Okay. Somehow I'm thinking if you're desperate, it's not a good day. How about your Dream Your Sweet Day? The night before Valentine's Day is the best time to dream about your sweetheart. Okay. Employee Legal Awareness Day. It's time to learn more about your legal rights as an employee. Oh, here's one. Extraterrestrial Culture Day. You see, I believe in extraterrestrial. I do. I mean, it would not shock me if I went outside one night and Mr. E.T. is standing in the backyard. It wouldn't bother me at all. Okay, as long as he ain't shooting some laser beam at me or trying to beam me up like Scotty, I'm good. Yeah, I think that the world's a big place, the universe is a big place, and God in the Bible never said He just made us. Okay, I'm just saying He made other people too. All right, get a different name day. This is the day when you famous adage, "What's your name?" So okay, if you want to change your name, okay, but don't change your name like this one woman changed her kid name to Escalade after a car. Okay, but I guess we all named after something. International. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, I got to be very good with this. Today is International Put a Hat on It. I'm gonna leave that alone. International Natural Day. Bask in self-love without any guilt, knowing that you deserve it fully. And Kiss Day. Find your worries and anxieties melting away as you tenderly kiss your sweetheart. All right. Because that means a lot of things today that it didn't mean back in the day. Mardi Gras. It's Mardi Gras time. Arguably one of the best celebrations in the world, if you say so. I came downtown Saturday and they had a little Mardi Gras out here. You know, I took some video of it. I'll put it on the website sometime today. Let you guys check it out. I'm trying to figure what Mardi Gras is about. National Apology Day. A day to commemorate the public presentation of a national apology to the Australian Indigenous people. Okay, I think yeah. Okay, if I think do I think people need a national apology? I do. I think one, but write a check with it. Okay, don't just give me words. You know, I think every black person in America that's 70 years old or older ought to get a check from the U.S. government. Okay, I do believe that for where they were treated coming up. Okay, I'm just thinking, you know, you might want to throw some in. And now, how much that check? Yeah, $1,000 at least. I mean, we gave it to the Japanese, we gave the Indians free casinos, but we never gave the black folks anything for the treatment that my mama and them got. And I don't know why that is. Okay, since this is Black History Month and everything, I'm just saying we never got any financial. And it seemed like they gave you some land for HBCU, but it won't cut you no check. But the Japanese got to check $10,000. I think everybody in America that's 70 years old, this country owes them something. That's black. This country owes them something. Because even if they wanted to survive, even if they wanted to go higher places, they were denied the access to it. And I'm just saying, you know. And some people say it ain't just 97, but we got to cut it off someplace. National Cheddar Cheese Day. I love me some cheddar cheese. That's good. Cheddar cheese is good. I like it. National Derek Day. So if your name is Derek, like Derek Cunningham, who again was in some newspaper the other day about hero to shero or shero to hero, whatever the case may be. You ever notice in Montgomery that all these awards that people give out, they give them all to the same group of people all the time? Not that they don't deserve it, but there are other people in this town that have sacrificed and ought to be getting some. They ought to get some recognition for the sacrifices they've made. I mean, we trounce the same old people. Not again. I love me some Sheriff Derek Cunningham, but there are other people in this town. Like families of the year. It's always the same group. There are other people. So it may not be the family with mommy and daddy home, but if mommy and daddy are taking care of their child, he's a productive individual. You know what? That's still a family. Kind of split up family, but it's still a family. So I think we need to change some of our things out there. We get the same awards to the same group of people every year. Not that they don't deserve it, but there are other people who are also deserving to be recognized for their contribution to Montgomery and to the world. And in this day and time, if you raise a child and he ain't out there shooting at the police and doing things like that, you have done a great job. He's not in jail. He's not shooting. He ain't a rapper. He learning something. And there's some smart kids in Montgomery. I'm just saying, black and white. There's some smart kids in Montgomery. They never get the notice that they deserve. So that's why I'm going to start noticing on here. You just send me their names in, tell me what they did, and I'm going to put them on the airwaves. National Internet Friends Day. Don't never, ever, if your only friends come from the internet and Facebook, you don't have very many. I'm just saying, you might want to get some real friends. National Jamie Day, okay? Jamie. If your name is Jamie, okay, right, good for you. I don't think that's a Southern name. National Wingman Day. You got a guy that rides steady with you and always at your right arm, willing to help you out. Hey, do something for him today, okay? That's all I'm saying. Self-love day. Hey, how can you love somebody else if you can't love yourself? I'm just saying that makes sense to me. So let us remember that as we traverse the highways and the byways of the world right now. All right, gotta go. We'll be back with other more important things to talk about as soon as we come back.
SFA 12 News Update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Chet Davis. News happening in the news on this Tuesday. A plan to reduce Alabama's grocery tax by an additional 1% will not happen this year. Lawmakers say there isn't enough money in the Education Trust Fund. Now they're looking at other proposals. Alabama is one of 13 states that tax groceries. Happening this week, we're expecting preliminary hearings for two suspects charged in the death of 16-year-old Michael Montgomery. He's the teenager who recently went missing and later turned up dead. Police say Nicholas King Shepherd and Nedvin Jones originally denied having anything to do with his death, but eventually gave statements confessing to accidentally killing him while shooting into a Montgomery home. Well, tomorrow is Valentine's Day. The Montgomery County Probate Court wants to make it an extra special day. It's hosting a Day of Love where probate judge J.C. Love will be officiating marriages. It'll happen from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Montgomery County Probate Court.
Love for love.
On this Tuesday.
News Radio 1440 is WLWI AM and 95.1 HD3 FM of Montgomery, a Cumulus media.
This is the CBS News World News Roundup, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. A major winter snowstorm has begun slamming the Northeast.
I'm Jennifer Brown in New York City, where the snow is coming down. The streets are not as full, though, partly because schools are closed today. That doesn't mean the kids don't have classes. They'll be doing them online, but it means less commuters through this white, fluffy stuff. It is beginning to stick here. New York City is expected to get up to 4 inches, in the suburbs 8, in Connecticut, half a foot. We'll wait and see how this turns out. It's supposed to be better for the commute home.
Boston could get up to a foot. The weather's messing up road and air travel. There are more than 1,300 flight cancellations and delays in the U.S. so far today. Now to Washington, where senators stayed up all night before passing a $95 billion aid package for Ukraine and Israel this morning. CBS's Cammie McCormick.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer after the vote.
Today, we make Vladimir Putin regret the day he questioned America's resolve.
He said it's been years, even decades, since the Senate passed a bill that so greatly impacts our national security.
If we want the world to remain a safe place for freedom, for democratic principles, for our future prosperity, then America must lead the way.
President Biden has been urging Congress to pass the aid bill, but it faces an uncertain future in the House.
Key meetings continue today in Cairo on a potential ceasefire in Gaza as Israel intensifies its offensive in the southern town of Rafah, where it freed 2 hostages this week. Local health officials say airstrikes used as cover for the operation killed at least 74 Palestinians. Snowy weather could keep voters home on Long Island today, where they're choosing a replacement for ousted GOP Congressman George Santos. Correspondent Scott McFarlane is there.
Welcome to the snow globe election. Voters who trudge through this, though, are going to have some huge sway. This is a swing district. It'll be a close race, and both parties are closely watching to get some read on what's going to happen in November.
We'll find out shortly whether or how much consumer prices came down last month. CBS's Jolene Kent says it's key to lowering interest rates.
If inflation comes in below 3%, it's a critical piece of data for the Federal Reserve. And as Chairman Powell told 60 Minutes, he wants to see more evidence that inflation is moving sustainably down to a 2% mark.
Lots of people were drinking soda or paid more for it. Coca-Cola is reporting better than expected quarterly earnings, boosted by higher prices. S&P futures down 20. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
You know, you see a huge group of people and maybe they're in line to do something and they seem happy about it. You have to wonder, okay, what am I missing? What's going on here? What are these people excited about? Well, in this case, it's thousands of people and they're joining MediShare. Why? Well, MediShare is a much more affordable alternative to health insurance. It's reliable too. It's a well-run community of Christians. They've been sharing each other's medical expenses for more than 30 years, so it's proven. And if you switch, you'll likely save hundreds of dollars a month. Most members wind up paying about half what they used to. And you know what? They find they like it better. MediShare's member satisfaction rate is 98%. That's way better than health insurance, as you might imagine. You don't have to pay for things you don't believe in. You get telehealth 24/7, huge freedom in choosing your doctors. At least check into it. This may be one of those things where you're like, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Why not start saving now? Call 877-26-BIBLE. That's 877-26-BIBLE. 877-26-BIBLE.
The party's getting started in New Orleans.
That Tuesday means the final day of the carnival celebration that started on the 12th night of Christmas, January 6th.
That's the King of Carnival, the monarch of merriment, to reign over this year's Mardi Gras celebrations.
Rax has proclaimed that revelry shall rule both day and night. An estimated more than 2 million people line parade routes throughout the day. Bands and dancers thrill the crowds. And in the French Quarter, throngs gather for the traditional exchange of splashes of flesh for beaded necklaces. Dave Cohen for CBS News, New Orleans.
A week after he died,
You know I got it. Come and get it.
Toby Keith's 35 Biggest Hits album has soared to #1 on Billboard's album chart, narrowly edging out Morgan Wallen's latest. Keith died of stomach cancer. He was 62. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Pucker up, Montgomery and Prattville. Matt Parsley here from Budget Car and Truck Sales. And this month, I'm on a mission to help you fall in love with a nicer, newer car. So if your old ride's left you broken-hearted, kiss it goodbye. I'll give you up to $5,000 more than Kelly Blue Book. Push, pull, or drag it in. Plus, I'm buying cars on the spot, based on the car or the price you pick. You deserve to drive a car that makes your heart skip a beat. So bring me your old ride and kiss it goodbye, because you could get way more than it's worth. Plus, I'm buying cars. Do other dealers leave you feeling lonely? My team's passionate about approvals. We kiss up to the banks and lenders that want to say yes. That's yes. Yes, yes, yes. Plus, I'm buying cars on the spot based on the price of the car you pick. But hurry. Once I've helped 137 people, my lips are sealed, and this deal is done. I'm Matt Parsley. I'm your dealer for the people. See all these smooch-worthy rides at BudgetSaysYes.com. That's BudgetSaysYes.com. Pucker up, Montgomery and Prattville.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
Are you the parent of a 2 to 7-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting free radio offer. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse, the Parents' Choice Award-winning online learning program that's actually changing the lives of early learners everywhere.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
Right now, we're offering a special radio promo to try it free for a month, but you have to go to abcmouse.com/radio to claim your free month. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Sponsored by Age of Learning.
For 65 years, Guardian Credit Union has been your trusted financial partner, and now we're proud to extend that trust further by introducing Guardian Insurance Services. Whether protecting your home, car, or even your business, we've got the coverage that fits your needs. Our team is here to guide you every step of the way with the personalized service you know and love. Call 334-819-7555 for a free quote today. Guardian Insurance Services, building on 65 years of trust, now safeguarding your future.
If your business needs a boost online, now is the time to improve your digital space. Cumulus Media is hosting a free seminar in downtown Montgomery on February 20th. Hi, I'm Brooke Carter, and it's my job to grow businesses by increasing their digital footprint. Come to one of my free workshops on February 20th, and you will receive some great tips, tricks, and instruction, plus a free ad schedule. To learn more, go to this station's website. The Boost Your Business Free Workshop, February 20th at One Commerce in Montgomery.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial.
Ben Shapiro.
The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it. Alexa smart speakers are great because you don't have to turn a dial or push a button to listen to News 1440. Just say, Alexa, play News Radio 1440.
I'm on it.
You're good to go.
Okay, got to give you some breaking news of the luckiest man in Montgomery this morning. Just got to tell him. Yeah, the luckiest guy in Montgomery name is Savon, Savon German. Yeah, yesterday, he was running from the police, and he turned around and I guess and shot at the police, and nobody shot him dead. So if he didn't believe in God, I hope he does now. These guys were running. He could have killed one of them, and they did not shoot back at him. I hope he is as thankful, more thankful than I am that have those police officers must have a touch from the good Lord. If you'd have shot at me, I'd have shot back. At least that's what I'm thinking anyway. But I don't know. But I'm just saying, luckiest guy in town. I don't know, young man together. Why does every crook have to do something crazy? I'm telling you, it's the funny looking haircut make you not really care about yourself. It makes you act crazy. You know, if you wore a haircut that looked like decent human beings, comb your hair, look good like a young man, you're probably gonna do all these crazy things. Yeah, but I'm just saying, everybody lately that's been involved with crime, you got the dumbest looking haircut. Yeah, I ain't mad at them. They're young folks, and we all wore a dumb. But yeah, I mean, this guy, right? He don't know how blessed he is. They did not return his wife. And I'm just telling you, that's the luckiest guy in Alabama right now. Okay, we live to see today because these officers, and I don't give kudos to Montgomery Police Department because I got to tell you, all the crap y'all think and put up with, I think I just shut back for the hell of it. Well, anyway, that's just the way it goes. I guess I just don't. This young man must have not been thinking. I mean, you can't be thinking and do that kind of thing. You just can't. So chalk it up to a good blessing, Mr. Savon, because you, my friend, are lucky to be here and out of the middle. So, and if I was to give anybody advice, this is just free advice. Doesn't cost anybody anything. Don't shoot at the police. Okay? Don't shoot at the police. They will shoot back most of the time. I'm just saying, you might want to take that over before you make that fatal decision. This man This young man here is truly blessed this moment to still be. I wonder what gave him the gall to shoot at the police because the police got guns too, and they probably better shot. I'm just saying, you get on your knees in that jail cell and you thank God for still being there. But it certainly did not have to be. And whatever bad ways you do, whatever's going on in your mind, please have a talk with God about it and just let it go. Just change your life. The good Lord has given you an opportunity to change your life. So you need to do that. So 14, 47, 12 in the morning. Good morning, who's this? Yes. I don't think he does. Yeah, I don't think he does. Yeah, I don't think. So you just, I don't believe, I don't believe he does either. I think you can't love God and shoot if people try to kill him. I fear God. I fear God and respect God and nature. The word love, you have to define what love is. You have to define. You have to define. It now tells you to do it. Doesn't explain what it is. Well, except Corinthians tells you what it is, and it ain't this feeling. It ain't this feeling that you get down. But anyway, whatever. Don't ask me questions about me. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I mean, listen, every day above ground is a good day. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Well, what you do is the only thing that does mean something. What you say doesn't mean anything. It's what you do. Okay. Okay. And. Why we go through this all the time? You know, I'm not going to change my mind because you think I should. I'm not going to say what you think I should say. I'll say what I think I feel. So, I mean, can we move on from that question? Okay, you're not going to. I don't think most men love God at all. But that's just me. So I don't try to change your mind. But hey, it's 7:15. I start you at 7:12. So I got to run. But, still love you. All right. All right. Appreciate it. Good morning. Yes. Good morning. That's true. Right. Okay. Mm. Oh, what award they give you the couple of what award are they giving? Oh, no, no, I saw Derek Cunningham and somebody. I think, yeah, yeah, yeah. They like giving out stuff. Well, there's nothing wrong with being acknowledged for your contribution and sacrifice, but there are a lot of folks in this city. And if we were to put this is Black History Month, if we were to put all the black folks in the history books that did something that sacrificed, there wouldn't be enough. There would not be enough people to put in. So yeah. Mm, mm, yeah. Mm, mhm, mm, okay. Well, we all get our grief for what we're trying to do. I'm with you. You and I disagree on some things, but we certainly don't disagree. Do what it is that you think is right. That's the only obligation. Yeah. Oh, hey, sorry about that. You still there? You still there? Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. Uh, Get the wrong line that time. I was getting ready for the next call. Good morning. Who's this? Yes, sir. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. I think I'm in the last couple of minutes of the third quarter. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess so. Yeah, yeah. You now we're here to warm up. Yeah, yeah. That's yeah, right, right, right. Yeah, yeah. He's charging something. Yeah, you'll be running something. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I appreciate you letting me know. I'm waiting for the commercial. Let's take one more before we take a break. Good morning on air. Good morning, Top. Mm. Oh yeah, and a matter of fact, a lot of even polio has shown up, and it's shown up because we got the borders open and everybody coming in here. You don't think so? Okay. Oh really? Mhm. Right. Hmm. Mm. But you don't think that, I mean, but you don't really believe that some of that's coming from people who've not been vaccinated. We got 10 million people. Remember, we have 10 million people this year. Okay. Well, I think that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you do. Yeah. 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 And I certainly had Z back in the I think he only had one left or something like that. Take another 725. Good. I take a break. We'll be back right here. Y'all hold on for a minute. 860-1420. You can text me 901-5022.
Today, first alert weather forecast. Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven, on News Radio 1440.
I see riding around with under or overinflated tires and possibly causing damage to your vehicle. Maybe Chico's Auto Pros for a completely free tire inspection. Chico's Auto Pros.
If you're always missing part of your favorite show because you have to get out of the car, don't worry. Take us with you either through our streaming app or through our News Radio 1440. They make only gold and silver, simple and easy to understand. Call Oxford Gold Group right now and you can verify with up to $10,000 for free test credit. Call 833-995-GOLD.
That's 833-995-GOLD.
I order food on Easycater for a meeting with a new client. Bill.
Alabama, Democrat Shamari figures like still writes icon like a figure. Shamari's mother fought for us in the Alabama State Senate. Shamari figures brought our values to the White House, serving as a top aide to President Barack Obama. Now, Shamari figures is running for Congress to represent Alabama. He will work every day for better, more affordable health care. And as a husband and father of 3 young kids, Shamari figures will make better education with our voting rights and freedoms on the line. Shamari will never stop fighting for us. On or before March 5th, vote for Alabama's home, Democrat Shamari figures. Protect Progress paid for and is responsible for the content of this ad, not authorized by any candidate or candidate committee. www.protectprogress.com.
After some 15 years ago, I can both be treating easy and low T for themselves. So often. The reality is, stop taking that strength and drive. If you know our patients have before we successfully treat them, why? Because it's all we do, all day, every day. Call us today, and together let's stop a pattern of failure. Because experience matters, outcome matters. If you're serious about changing your life, call us, and we'll show you why for over a decade our team has been number one in Alabama in that time. It's much better downtown today to your point. Call 334-440-3663 or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com to plan your engagement now. Come see us today at MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
The internet is fast and unending, but you don't have to go that far to hear your favorite talk show hosts. Search, stop, and listen at newsradio1440.com.
And we are back. Plus, there was another shooting last night about 9 o'clock. As a matter of fact, I keep hearing it was at maybe one of them stores, but I haven't been able to confirm that. But so not somebody was shot. Yeah. What do we do? I don't know what we do. Evidently, the Office of Violence Prevention, which is what I said when they came up with it, we just gave people a job. We didn't. Did they really expect the Office of Violence Prevention to stop any of these heathens for doing the things that they do? Of course not. But I think they failed. I think we need to get rid of that department. I love you. Bro, I love you. But hey, y'all can't do nothing to stop this violence. What's going to have to happen is that parents are going to have to be slowly and surely held accountable for what their kids do. And as a matter of fact, and if you don't know that your kid do it, you still need to go to jail for a couple of days, okay? Because you don't know. Let me see who's in right here. Good morning on there. Yes. Yes. No. All right. Mm. Mm. I can't. I can't. Yeah, I can't. I just. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's kind of like going to school, right? It's kind of like when you go to school, we allow kids today with the dumbest looking haircuts come to school. But here's the problem. The teacher starts looking at the haircut and not him or not her. And until you can, and listen, and I guess we don't have a dress code in public school anymore. We don't make them put on belts like the dress code says. We don't make them put their shirt in their pants like the dress code says. And we let them kind of work the food. The school looking like an absolute reject of society, and they act the way they look. Well, I guess not. All right. Hey, appreciate it. I guess not. I don't. Okay. Can I tell the truth? Can I tell the God's honest truth? The only reason why we allow our young men to work the way they are, because white folks getting tired of getting sued for discrimination. Why you let your child walk out of the house looking like a damn fool, I do not know. But you do. And he's going to be judged by the way he looks, whether you like it or not. If you look like an idiot, they're going to think you're an idiot. Okay? It's better to be an idiot and look like you smart. And this attitude of looking like an idiot is perpetuated into it morphs into behavior. Okay. It doesn't take Darwin or Pavlov or any of the greatest psychologists in the world to tell you this. If you look like an idiot, you begin to act like an idiot. Okay, you begin to believe that this person that you playing a role of is invincible. Okay, and then you show up on TV at night being shot. Okay, because you think that your haircut makes who you are. Okay, then. So the only reason why we allow, I went to the store the other day. I talked to a young man looking like an idiot with his hair the way it's looking. But I said, but I talked to him. You know, funny thing about it, I asked him why. I talked to him, and he was just as smart as you want to be. But I would have never hired him or given him my business if it was his. So I don't know, you know, but that persona that these kids have adopted plays out in their performance and in their attitudes towards life and in their prospect of the future. It plays out. And it's like me. Do you think I act the same way when I got on my three-piece suit? Of course not. If I got on pair of blue jeans and stuff like that, then I don't care about them clothes. I just, give me dirt, get down and get it. We ain't doing that with a $400 suit out. We're gonna do that. Anyway, 18, 14, 14, I'm here. Want to give a call. Let me talk to you. And I know it's a sore subject, especially with the women. And that's it. We'll see him on, we'll see him on American Most Wanted. Come on, who's this? Yes. It's a changing of the time. Okay, well, go ahead and tell me. We had an afro. An afro. That was it. I didn't have that. No. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I have asked him. I have asked him. And, and the preachers won't say nothing to him either. Again, what you what and what? Yeah. they'll never get the chance. They'll never get the chance to prove it most of the time if you look like an idiot going to business for a job. Because I wasn't ready to mention. I wasn't ready to mention. No, no, I don't really want to talk about it, but mm, mm. But I don't want to go all day on this. I mean, I'm going to talk about this a little bit next hour or so. Why don't you call me back then? Call me back then. Yeah, yeah, I'll let you call me back then. I don't want to get into it. I'm on something else. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah. Well, I mean, it's supposed to be, unless you don't go to school. They enforcing with my son, so we had to go out there and they, you know, yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm trying to get him up here so he can explain that to us. And then I would hear then. But no, no, they were. Well, I don't know that. I mean, I'm going by the commercial. They don't know. Well, the SPLC, but they didn't do it by themselves. You got to do. Oh, okay. Well, maybe he worked with Morris Dees. I don't know. They wouldn't have both of them. So, yeah. Mhm. Mhm. All right. Well, when I get him up here, you can ask them that question. You know, I'm working on getting them in the studio now. It's 7:39 in the morning. If you got to be there at 8 o'clock, you got 21 minutes by which to arrive. Got to be there at 7. It's 21 minutes. 39 minutes. To arrive. We'll be back. I want to be together.
Montgomery's Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven, on News Radio 1440.
Toyota has a great selection of Toyota Camrys and selling car America and Toyota Corolla. We have selling car located at 212 on I-65. I'll go out there and Taiwan. The older you look like it, the longer it is. Carbon monoxide is in it. It's a up with the book. And this month, I'm going to help you fall in love with a nice new car. If your old guy just be broken hearted, you can be right. I'll give you up to $5 more to play with it. Just put and drag it in. Plus, I'm buying car. On the spot. Then throw a car to the price you pick. You deserve to drive a car that makes your heart skip a beat. So bring me your old ride and kiss it goodbye. Because you could get way more than it's worth. Plus, I'm buying cars. To other dealers, leaving you alone, I'll be passionate about approval. It's up to the banks and lenders that want to say yes. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Plus, I'm buying cars all the time. If I'm confident, all you can. Don't worry. Once I help 137 people, my list is zero. And it feels good. I'm not personally. I'm your dealer for the people. And all these sweet things, right? budgetcbs.com. That's budgetcbs.com. Help her out, Montgomery. Right, Bill? It seems like everywhere you look right now, somebody's this year. Prepare your family for airborne fevers like bacteria, pollen, and germs with Lavage nasal care. Lavage washes ultra pure refreshing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, out of the other nostril. Lavage softens out virus and dust and other airborne. All the stuff that gets trapped in your nose, making you don't get caught drinking head with this. Get Lavage, the drug-free solution, helps you breathe easier, sleep better, feel healthier. Even better, Lavage is HSN ethics eligible. So Lavage is a great way to spend on things before they expire. Don't wait a minute longer. Find Lavage today and you'll breathe easier and know you're putting your phone to good use. Lavage is available online at Lavage.com or Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Lavage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life. Good morning, Alabama. How'd you play last night? Hey, folks, it's Tony. Thank you for letting you to shop with us during the report sale. $400 off the homegrown collection. Nice wing mattress, $499. Richardson on the full model. Inside mattress for $599. You better sell it to county. Deal for a while. You get a great life. What we pay. America. Shop at the furniture store in River. And they solid furniture. Factory direct price. 70% off of everything. How can I sell so cheap? Because we are direct business. We have a 45 in stock available for immediate pickup or having delivered. Everything, tables and chairs, console, painters, bar stools, interesting, we got you covered. Shop, that's where you sell the rest of the furniture outlets. I like my boat. It's a mildly sick for a few months, and the new congestion is caused to the car. And for people who have just congested all the time, take their team off and clean this thing Don't live in use Nevada. You can better. Your best right there. The biggest thing Bob has done is clean out my music habit. It was one of the first weeks I was able to just clear out anything that was not using that. Lavage helps you clear the way. Literally, you clear the form off of the experience with Lavage. Lavage is available at Lavage.com or Walmart, Walgreens, and Lavage. Lavage.
Yeah, here we're just going through the problem. And we've got the blinds and we've got the shades. At the top, we've got lower shades, bandit shades, Lincoln shades, woven shades, feather shades, and solar shades. And while we've got all the latest in shades, just blinds and travel is also from josephwines.com.
You can set reminders, make a grocery list, look up random facts and info in seconds, and play your favorite talk show, all with your smart home speaker. Radio 1440.
Well, say it, man. Mm. Oh yeah. Here we go. Here we go, break. To have you, girl. Ooh, that'll make a man get some hot coffee in the morning. Good morning to you. How's everybody doing? Let's go back to the phone. I've been waiting forever, so let me shut up and talk. Good morning. Yes. We need to stop making it. Listen, we need to stop making excuses. I was poor coming up, and my mama still made sure we had our hair look good. But that's just an you look at the same guy with a pair of $400 tennis shoes on. That's a bunch of crap. That's a cultural issue that needs to go away. And again, we do we do judge people. We judge everybody we see. We should not condemn them, but we do judge. We judge the way you look, the way you act, and the way you smell. We judge it. They'll never a lot of won't ever get a chance to do anything. You're in a fantasy world. You're in a fantasy world. Yeah. Listen again. They're in line. Yes. Yeah. Sure. Well, what there's something called front office. There's something called front office appeal. There's certain people will never get a job. Listen, let me ask you a question. Well, and we do have some well dressed crooks, but at least they're well dressed. At least they're well dressed. Let me ask you something. Should we not be raising the standard rather than lowering it? And again, you've got to get your foot in the door first. Now they don't. Now they don't have to hire. No, 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 no. They don't have to hire anybody. This is Alabama. You don't have to hire anybody. As a matter of fact, what you do is you look out the window and see who's next. And if it looks like an idiot, you say I'm going to lunch. Okay, you got a right to look like an idiot. No, you don't have a right to say what you want to say. Trust me, there are a lot of things I want to say that I don't say. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, if you think people don't judge you, if you look like an idiot coming to their job interview, you are absolutely full of fantasy. We do judge you. You're going to get judged. If you smell bad, if you look bad, your hair looks stupid, yeah, you probably won't get the job. Good morning. You're on there. Good morning. Because people buy things that look good. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I'm good for everything. I'm good for everything but the beard. As long as that beard is trimmed and kept nicely done, I don't have a problem with the beard. But the tattoos all over you and looking like a bum, and then how you can't tell the officers nowadays from the crooks. So I don't know. Well, I appreciate. Yeah, I seriously, if people think that when I first got to Montgomery, and I've told this story a couple of times, I need to go on a job interview with somebody. I first got, but I needed a haircut. I didn't have, and I didn't have the money for a haircut at that moment. So I went to Mr. Knight. I didn't know who he was, but he understood where I was coming from, and he gave me a free haircut until I was able to pay for it, which took a couple of days. Cause, and I went back and I got my haircut, and the guy let me in the door, and I actually got a job. Actually, to tell you the truth, and my hair didn't look bad, but I needed to look like I really wanted a job, and I was going to have some appeal to the public, you know. So, and again, you wonder why we have a hard time hiring people and stuff like that, because and it looks like everybody that shoots somebody in this city recently or does something wrong, they got the dumbest looking haircuts I've ever seen. Okay, you act the way you look, and if you don't believe that, then you are in a river, and you're in denial, and it's not the river. Okay, and I'm just sorry, because I will not hire you if you show up looking like Jay-Z, looking like an idiot by the head. Yeah, he got money. Funny thing, when you got money, you're a superstar. Yeah, you can look any way you want to look, because you've already proven yourself with a talent that you have. You can look any way you want to look. That's no big deal. But if your name is Michael Johnson, and then my name is Michael Jordan, yeah. We would, yeah. Michael Jordan would automatically get the job, no matter what his hair looked like, because he's proven himself. He's a proven entity. He knows. It's kind of like some of the guys that work for me in the army. Not very many, but I had a couple. And there was always two guys that were late. One guy that was late never could get himself together, never could do things the way I needed them done. So I had to write him up and all kind of things. There's another guy that even if I knew if he was 10 minutes late, he was still going to come in there and bust his hump and do his job, because I knew his record and his capabilities. I knew what he's capable of doing. So you don't impress me by showing up late and still can't get the job done. Well, you don't impress me by showing up looking like an idiot by the head and think you're gonna get a job from me. That's not gonna happen. Okay? I wouldn't hire you, and I'm glad I'm not in the hiring business anymore, because half the people show up I would not hire. They look like rag bags. And if you think that not looking good is a classing cultural, it's extinct. No, 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 no. A man still looks good in a suit. Okay, still looks good on him, I'll tell you. But anyway, so much for that. I don't know how we got to that conversation anyway, but we got there. So next hour, we're gonna talk a little bit about this budget, this tax thing, this 3 meal tax things that they want to try to renew, as opposed to 3 meal tax, as they want to renew it as opposed to giving my money back. Okay, so yeah, I think they got a couple of years ago they passed that home tax, and now it's going up. The light bill going up, the gas bill going up, everything done going up. Cornflakes done going up. I need my 3 meals back. Now I'm willing to entertain a conversation of why you think that we get. So now they're getting double money. Okay, now they're getting double money. Okay, because they got the 3 meals back in 2004, and then they got another few meals here a year or so ago, and they had to up the tax on our home, ad valorem tax on our home. I said, okay, so now they want to keep, so give me the 3 meals back so I can buy some bread. Okay, because right now I need that money, and schools don't really seem to be benefiting. They get more money, more money, more money, and then this year the governor said, "Oh, well, you know that money was going to take off the groceries." Well, we really can't take off the groceries because the education fund is low, and I'm just trying. That makes me go apoplectic. You got a $9 billion education fund, and you tell me that you don't have enough money. Not 9 million, not 1 million, $9 billion in education. I'm calling for an audit. Okay, if you cannot fund these schools all over Alabama with $9 billion, and a lot of people got their kids in private schools, if you can't make it on $9 billion, then we need to call somebody else in to do your job. Okay, if Mackey can't do it with $9 billion, then we need an audit of the education account. $9 billion, and you got the mitigated gall and the audacity to tell me you need my 3 meals, and I realize that's for the whole state. If you can't educate every child in Alabama for $9 million, close the door, let it sit at home, and give us a computer. We'll do it ourselves. We'll do it.
A plan to reduce Alabama's grocery tax by an additional 1% will not happen this year. Lawmakers say there isn't enough money in the education trust fund, so now they're looking at other proposals. Alabama is one of 13 states that taxes groceries. Happening this week, we're expecting preliminary hearings for 2 suspects charged in the death of 16-year-old Michael Cole Jr. in Montgomery. He's the teenager who recently went missing and later turned up dead. Nicholas King Shepherd.
To have a girl like her, it's truly a dream come true. Out of all the fellas in the world, she belongs to me. But it's just my imagination once again.
From 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. in Montgomery County Probate Court. That's your news on this Tuesday.
News Radio 1440, WLWI AM, the home of the Dan Bongino Show. Also on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, Alabama, a Cumulus media station.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. New York City is covered in snow this morning. So are Philly and parts of Connecticut as a major winter storm moves up the East Coast. It could dump more than a foot or more in some places. Jennifer Brown.
Folks are shoveling. I've already seen salt being sprinkled. New York City is ready for a major snowfall. Now, the numbers, how many inches of snow we're going to get? They're saying up to 4 inches. The suburbs could see up to 8 inches. The snow is coming down with a little bit of wind. It really is hitting your face, but it is pretty, and it's long overdue, some New Yorkers say. They've been waiting for some winter weather. Jennifer Brown, CBS News, New York.
More than 1,500 flights in the U.S. are delayed or canceled. Inflation is slowing down, but not as much as expected. The Consumer Price Index rose 0.3% from December to January, and compared to a year ago, prices are up 3.1%. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger says if you ate out, you suffered.
Food prices were up 2.6% from a year ago, but there's a big difference between eating at home and eating in a restaurant. The home index for food up by 1.2% from a year ago, going out 5.1%.
Dow futures tanking on the news. They're down 334. Lawmakers in Washington have passed a $95 billion aid package for Israel and Ukraine. Correspondent Nancy Cordes.
This funding has been in limbo for months. There was an all-nighter in the Senate that set up this early morning vote. The bill eventually passed with bipartisan support, 22 Republican senators voting for it, joining Democrats. But in the House, I have to tell you, things are very uncertain. Republican Speaker Mike Johnson, who is a close Trump ally, ally is already throwing cold water on this bill.
Officials worldwide have been warning about possible shortages because of Houthi rebel attacks in the Red Sea. CBS's Cami McCormick.
Britons may have to suffer through a shortage of tea, one of the nation's favorite drinks. The supermarket industry is warning disruptions in the Red Sea could lead to shortages of some black teas. Britain is the world's 5th largest tea importer. The Houthi rebel attacks on ships in the Red Sea have already led to delays for several clothing retailers.
Get COVID? 24 hours fever-free may be all you need to get back to work or school. Here's CBS's Alexander Tin.
The Washington Post is reporting that the CDC may change its COVID-19 guidance to no longer urge Americans who test positive for COVID-19 to isolate for 5 days. The Washington Post's report, which CBS News has not independently confirmed, says that the draft recommendations could be published in April following the White House's sign-off later this year.
This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save nearly $750 on average. Call or click today and find out if we could save you hundreds on your car insurance.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way, for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E.
The weather could mess up lovers' plans.
It's normally pretty busy, but it's busier than usual. So.
A chocolate shop in upstate New York to a florist in Boston. All say they've had an early rush. CBS Boston's Paul Burton.
For Valentine's Day, the phones are constantly ringing, and owner Michael Devlin says his team is working feverishly to get flower arrangements made and orders out the door.
We have all sorts of arrangements made up, ready to grab and go.
He hopes the snow will not impact too many of his orders.
Beyonce has just made history. This ain't Texas. No hold'em. She's the first black female artist to top Apple's country music charts in the U.S. with 2 songs she released Sunday. They'll be featured on her new album, Renaissance Act 2. Dow futures now down 361. S&P futures off 64. This is CBS News.
My wife and I both, we ended up mildly sick for a few months, and the nasal congestion was probably the worst part. I had like a post-nasal drip, just super congested all the time. We were taking everything we possibly could, but nothing really worked.
Kyrie was miserable until a friend recommended Navage. Navage offers immediate drug-free congestion relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery this cold season. Use Navage so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel your best right away.
The biggest thing Navage has done has completely cleaned out my nasal passages. It was from the first use. I was able to just clear out anything that was stopping me from breathing correctly. Navage helps me clear the way, literally clear the way, for me to operate better in the rest of my life.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E.
I'm John Williams with Mortgage Corporation of the South, also known as MCS. Nearly 30 years ago, I opened the company in a small one-room office in downtown Wetumpka, Alabama. I was on a mission to make home equity and debt consolidation loans available to homeowners regardless of their credit rating. In the beginning, I remember wondering, how in the world would we reach the people that needed our services? Well, I took a chance on radio advertising, and the rest is now history. Through the years, we've helped thousands of Alabama homeowners with mortgages, home equity, and debt consolidation loans. Today, MCS is practically a household name across the entire state. In order to succeed, you've got to reach the people who need your services the most. That's a fact, and radio works. If you'd like to grow your business, log on to newsradio1440.com and click on Grow Your Business. That's newsradio1440.com and click on Grow Your Business. Take it from me, radio works.
Make a next move, your best move, call MCS.
Summertime has come and gone, and cooler weather is here. Now is a great time to update your exterior living space and lock in a bit of warmth during these cooler months. That's right, not only do we have shades that can help cool your patio, but we have shades that can help keep your patio warm as well. Let our design team at Just Blinds help select just the right look and feel for your space. Schedule an estimate or stop by our showroom in Prattville and let our designers walk you through the very latest in beautiful and affordable options. Get started by visiting gojustblinds.com.
No one has a President's Day sale like American Oak & More, with more deals worth celebrating.
Save 40% on all dining room furniture.
Beautiful rustic and handcrafted Amish table and chairs, old world farm tables, bar stools, and more 40% off. Save 40% on all living room furniture.
That's sofas, sectionals, recliners, love seats, and more.
Don't wait. It's the life, liberty, and pursuit of savings at American Oak & More.
Like we've been saying for almost 30 years.
You don't pay fake money, so don't sell for fake wood.
Shop Amish Direct at American Oak & More.
What is Amish Direct?
Furniture built to last and designed to inspire.
We set up partnerships with Amish shops in Indiana, Ohio, and Pennsylvania.
By having these partnerships directly with these Amish families, we can offer custom-made items, heirloom quality, up to 70% off retail prices.
Outdoor furniture that is guaranteed to last for decades with little or no maintenance.
Bedroom suites, table and chairs, occasional tables, and much more.
Come see the Lake Martin epoxy table.
Amish Direct at American Oak & More.
Listen to News Radio 1440 from the comfort of your car seat, the comfort of your desk chair, or the comfort of your recliner at home. We are everywhere, on the radio, online, and on your smart home speaker. News Radio 1440.
Hold on 1 second.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic, brought to you by
Sons
Automotive, family owned, family driven, on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know there's a better way to do things, like bundling your home and auto insurance with Allstate.
All right, well, give me a call about 9:30. That'd be fine.
There's a better way to save time and money. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, the main concern is Emerald Mountain Toll Bridge is closed due to flooding, so please avoid that area. Take an alternate.
Don't you know? Hey, I didn't know who it was.
Good.
About my insurance.
Southbound running slow at the North Boulevard. 85 southbound running slow at Chantilly Parkway. These are all normal areas of congestion. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. Invisible Fence has Boundary Plus technology, giving your pet more play area right up to the boundary. No confusion, no roadblocks, no stress. Call Vicki at Invisible Fence, 265-2585. Buckle up for Montgomery Skywatch. This is Major Delay.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
If Nikki Haley comes in third in Iowa, second place in a two-person race in New Hampshire, she can't compete in Nevada, so she'll lose there. And South Carolina, her home state, she's down by a massive amount of, in terms of real clear politics, average down by 30. Tell me the path that Nikki Haley is going to take to get her to victory, because I think that's a question they need to be asking themselves. Look, unless she can pull off the upset of all upsets and win her home state, that would be a game changer. But when you're down in the polls, the average poll by 30 points, I don't recall in my lifetime somebody being able to overcome such a wide margin like that.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Doctors take Field of Greens for their own health. Here's Dr. Ryan Green to explain.
We're like you, too much fast food and not enough exercise. That's why I take Field of Greens. The fruits and vegetables in Field of Greens support my heart, lungs, kidneys, and metabolism for weight loss. And Field of Greens promises your doctor will notice your improved health or your money back.
Get 15% off with promo code RADIO at fieldofgreens.com. That's promo code RADIO at fieldofgreens.com. Product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Take News Radio 1440 with you everywhere on your AM dial at 1440, on 95.1 HD3 on FM, through our app on the App Store, or through your Alexa or Google smart home device.
I grew up in Montgomery and Prattville. Matt Parsley here from Budget Car and Truck Sales. And this month, I'm on a mission to help you fall in love with a nicer, newer car. You deserve to drive a car that makes your heart skip a beat. See all these smooch-worthy rides at BudgetSaysYes.com.
We all make resolutions this time of year, and let's face it, most of them won't stick. But here's one that's not only easy to keep, but will help you feel healthier all year long. Navage. Navage provides quick, drug-free nasal relief by washing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. This time of year, when everyone is sick, Navage helps by sucking out germs, bacteria, and viruses trapped in our noses that cause us to feel miserable. And come allergy season, it does the same with dust, pollen, and other allergens. And unlike medications that can take time to help, if they're effective at all, Navage helps treat congestion symptoms in seconds flat, without drugs. This New Year's, resolve to use drug-free Navage to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Russell Wilson here, the Play 60, United NFL. To get involved, go to unitedway.org/play60. Are you guys going to do that every time?
Yes, of course.
Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. The Encore Show. Joe Biden, News Radio 14.
All right, I had taken the emergency phone call there. That's why I had to go to that little break right quick. But we're all in control now. We're good. Show 1440 is the number here. You want to talk to us, whatever. It's a call. But I wanted to bring up something this hour that the board is trying to convince us that they need. They need the money, the extra $12 million that they getting from us that was passed in I guess it was 2002, 20 years ago, and for some reason they believe because they renew the bill that somehow it's still ain't our money. Now we passed a bill a couple years ago, bringing an additional $33 million to the Montgomery County. So since the original bill was a temporary bill, they don't want to give our money back to us because rent's up, groceries up, light bills up, everything is up, and taxes are up. So I'm just wondering, why do they believe that they should get all the money that they want all the time when I'm looking at the school system? I'm not a guy who's looking at the school system from the outside in. I'm involved in it. And I see the things I do not like. All I hear is excuses from teachers and administrators. We got to teach all the kids. We got to teach it now. Now that's how it's going over there. It's indoctrination. Okay, it's indoctrination. And it's not just in Montgomery. The whole system is broken. It's not like today. I'm bringing up things somebody. You know, everybody. Some people got bad hair beans that look great. They do. So why can't everybody? Because the standard is not as low as you can go, but as high as you can go. Okay, Valiant Cloth, which doesn't have to have the money that Montgomery School or what Montgomery School has, and they do one hell of a job of creating an atmosphere of education excellence. Well, we don't. Montgomery Public School System just doesn't. Now, listen, again, and if you bring the members of the school board on the air, you know what you hear from them most of the time? Well, I can't talk about that. I can't talk about that. Let me give you some numbers here. Now, the school budget for the state of Alabama is $9 billion. If you divided that into the 57 school districts we got, you come up to $134 million each. Okay. Now, let me give you some other numbers here. That's kind of, I don't quite get it, but we're going to talk about it in a second anyway. I'm going to tell you about the number. Hey, how much money Montgomery's budget, 7 members voted unanimously to approve almost $549 million budget. Which is true. Okay. So, but the way the bill is downtown, $9 billion equates to $134 million per school system in Alabama. So we got 549 million. Okay. They are saying that we can, if the numbers are right, they are at over half, they are 3/4 of the way to the money that's already in the coffin. Now, what they do with the money, that's a whole different story. I don't have a clue. But each district, by the money that is taken in, equates to $134 million. Okay. Now, according to this, it's 134 million. Okay. Okay. So, hell, maybe this is the problem. So you are allotted $134 million, and you put forth a budget that's $549 million. So where's that extra money coming from? Well, we know where it's coming from. But anyway, I knew there was something wrong with the numbers here. So I'm just trying to figure out, then where does that additional money come from that they're budgeting? They're expecting us to pay it? So they put forth a $549 million budget. And they are allocated, if the numbers are correct, they will be allocated $134 million. So where's my good friend on the school board? So why did you come up with a budget that's 4 times more than the money allocated for? Where's that money come from? Now, I meant that's just a state. Now, I would imagine that $9 billion does not include the state money, the city money, and the county money that's given to them in goods and services or whatever the case may be. Okay. Either way, $549 million budget, when if everybody got the equal share of money, it would be about $134 million for 9 days. Where's the other money coming from? Good morning. Turn that down. Yeah, you gotta turn that, whatever it is, turn down that. Running to the airplane. All righty then. Good morning. Yes. I'm doing fine. Councilwoman. Okay, okay. So we got the town. Okay, that's on the 26th of February. Okay. 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 Well, that's good. That's mm-hmm. Let me ask you a question. You were a teacher. I appreciate it. You were a teacher for a while in the public school system. Is money? I'm looking at the numbers, and the state has a $9 billion budget, which comes out to $130 $134 million school system. We got 57 school systems, $134 million. Montgomery puts a budget up front of us for $549 million. How come we can over budget, ask for more money than we actually are being allotted? Well, how? And so that money has to come from somewhere. So what's that all about? What's that all about? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Well, aren't right, but isn't that a function of leadership? And personally, I would think a teacher should have to go in her pocket and buy things that should be given. Let me ask you, papers and pencils. That's always been the responsibility of the parents, right? Yeah. Mm. Mm. But is it? Yeah. Well, let me ask you, isn't part of this the teacher? Why don't these teachers raise hell at leadership and tell them to get off their duff and provide them with the necessary utensils, the necessary tools they need to do their job? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. All right then. Appreciate your call. And that town hall on the 26th is going to be at Del Rita Church on Wednesday. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for holding. Good morning. Yes. Hmm. Yeah, it does. Yeah. 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 Appreciate it. I'm just trying to figure out why it is that they do not want to give my 3 meals money back. Good morning. Pretty good. Why do they need more money than they already got? Mhm. Well, I wonder. Well, kids are hardly together. So I mean, come on, take your time. I love it. You can't say it's them to athletics because they raise their own money for uniforms and insurance and things. So that is a question I would love to hear, but once again, you don't hold them accountable. We just, vote yes, and we keep it moving. All right. Hey, appreciate it. Good morning. Who's this? Oh, Tim. All right, then. Good morning. That's you. I'm doing fine. Mr. Watts. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I remember that, absolutely. Mm. Mm-hmm. Well, right, yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. And I guess but let's get back to my main issue here. Again, out of $9 billion, that comes to about $134 million per school system in Alabama. Now they put in a budget for 549 million for their budget. Where does that money come from? Right, right. That's what I'm doing. Right. And we got a lot less students than we used to have. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's been a minute, but I was all, it's an older school, but we got too many buildings though. But we got too many buildings. Mm-hmm. Okay. So okay, so let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question here, just so I get it in my mind. I understand the fact that there's some school systems that are smaller than others, therefore they don't need. Montgomery school system is not, matter of fact, I'm looking at it right now, 5,327 students in the school system. So again, the budget should be going down that they asked for rather than up to $549 million. I got 5,000. Well, if it's wrong, then people put it in wrong. 5,000. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's okay. The Montgomery County School District has also seen a decline in the number of students who are enrolled. Okay, my bad. 5,327 left the school. So you have 20,000. Okay. No, but that's why I depend on people like you to call me. Mm-hmm. Well, but let me ask you a question before I gotta let you go. Okay? Listen, why am I so disappointed when I go to my son's school and the atmosphere of cussing people, being disrespectful to people, and things of that nature? People still walking out with their pants all down. They're still walking around with their shirts out of their pants. And when the school board's policy, clothing policy, clearly states that you wear your pants up, your shirt inside your pants, and you have a belt on. If you don't create the atmosphere, all the money in the world won't do you any good. What's I got to do with making people? What's I got to do with making people adhere to the dress code? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm with you, but how did we get here? How do we get here, though? Yeah, how do we get here? Right. But why do we have private schools? Because they were displeased. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about now, though. I'm talking about now. But they're displeased. What's that? Right, but 1954, wait a minute, I was born 1954, that's when the proliferation of private schools started, especially with St. James. I understand that. You know where they started. We all know. Well, I wasn't, but I know why. Yeah. But how long can we live in the past, though? How long can we live in the past? We're not that city anymore. Right, right. Well, yeah, I mean, I got you. But Dr. Richard Bailey, who's a great historian in Alabama, said that people 50 and under don't really have the issues of race that old folks have. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. But hell, I'm opposed to them too. I mean, I'm opposed. I mean, yeah. Mhm. I think that's a relevant question. Listen, now. I don't know who you are, but I appreciate this conversation. Uh, call me later and tell me. Which is
Weather forecast.
But hurry. Once I helped 137 people out of the field, this is just on that one. And you're getting all the people, all the people. Yes.com. That's budget.yes.com. Not at all.
Relief, flushing your nasal passages with refreshing saline and sucking out mucus, germs, and other airborne irritants. Don't live in misery facilities. You can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel yourself right away.
The boss has literally cleared away for the operating family.
Experience the Navage difference yourself. Navage is available at Navage.com or at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E.
Hi, I'm Ben Myers with Just Blinds here in Prattville. Our family-owned business has been serving the river region for over 35 years now, specializing in the design and installation of quality window treatments. The process is easy. Our experts will guide you every step of the way, selecting window coverings that best complement your space. With Just Blinds custom window treatments, you don't just change your home, you transform. Visit us online or for a world installation. Go to blinds.com. I'm John Williams with Mortgage Corporation of the South, also known as MCS. Nearly 30 years ago, I opened a company of small one-room office in downtown Alabama. We make home equity protection consultation loans available for homeowners regardless of their credit rate. In the beginning, I remember wondering, how in the world do we reach the people who needed our service? Well, I took a chance on the radio. The rest is now history. Today, MCS is practicing what household name across the entire state in order to stop people who need their services the most. Radio. If you'd like to grow your business, log on to grow your business. That's newsradio1440.com. Go grow your business. Radio work. Listen to News Radio 1440 at work. Here's Radio 1440.com at home through your Alexa or smart home device.
Okay, I'm back in the setup and go to the phone. I got some more information here that I don't think the student ratio is 20 to 1. Number of students 52. I don't think we're at 52 students. Number of students 27. I think this is kind of old information. That's what's coming up with me. We've got a phone. See who's here. I think the whole. Good morning. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I think now to give Melvin a little credit here, they said that he's actually trimmed that some. So I don't really know if that's still true. Mhm. Well, I wouldn't be there long. Yeah. No, no. Really? Really? Let me ask you, do private schools have to put up with the same thing? I guess they don't have to put up with the same things if they got rules. Mhm. Yeah. I got. Let me. I'm running out of time. I already got to a whole lot of time, but I appreciate this movie. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. 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 I get. Just let me ask you a question. Yeah. And that's a great question. I couldn't take. Good morning. Who's this? Yes. And so, well, I don't know. How about culture? Because I've seen some white kids act crazy too. You know? But I'm with you. I'm with you. And if we could change the environment, school would change overnight. But they won't do it. Yeah, yeah. Until they get retrained. Mhm. I, I understand. But, hey, I appreciate that. I'm running out of time. But they can train everybody. Good morning. Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess here's the question. And here's the question. The only question, okay, do are you in favor of renewing the 3 minutes? I don't think they performed good enough. I don't, yeah. That's a bread. That's a loaf of bread that a brother can buy with that. Yeah. morning. Who's this? Good morning. No, he just got to say. Well, he just said they were in public. They were in public school. I don't know which school they are. Which matters for the public schools also, and that is the thing that calls me. Why is it that I'm looking at get the environment straight and I'll shut up. I'm going to a different subject. When I walk in that school, people got their clothes up on them, they have their belts around their butt, and their shirt in their pants. Give me that, and they're being respectful. Give me that, and then the rest is history. That's all I'm asking for. My son just gives me hell every day about this dude. Good morning. I don't care about it. I don't care about Edgewood Academy. Well, I mean to get to, but I'm worried about Montgomery. I'm worried about Montgomery right now. Yeah. Give me a short version because I'm running out of time. All right, we can talk about it tomorrow. See you then. Come on, who's this? Okay, that's probably a public school guy right there. Good morning, who's this? Yeah, I gotta go. Only because we're out of time. Anyway, so much for that. Yeah, I don't want to attack the guy who gave us some very interesting information that some of the things I don't know. I got the thing wrong about how many kids. Those were the schools who left the school system, not the ones who are in. The last report I got says we got 52 schools. Lord knows we don't need 52 schools. But some of the schools, I don't even know where they are. Most of them I know, but not most of them. Anyway, that's the way it goes. Again, I'm asking for, if you're going to keep my free meal, you need to make the environment in your school the same way it is in Valueforce. I don't expect any significant intellectual change or abilities or people all of a sudden be looking next month to do calculus and trigonometry. But I do expect them to be mindful, to be respectful, and stop making excuses for people's behavior. Because that's one of the reasons why people have left public school and gone. I know some people want to put it on color. Okay. But I think it's behavior and culture. And so for me to get on board for this, keep this free meal, you got to show me something between now. Y'all got, you got to have, if you just have people adhere to the dress code, I'd be happy. Because people who look good act good. I'm sorry. But we've got all the excuses in the world. Man, you can't do it. Yeah, okay, right on. Let's give him an IEP and let him do what the hell he wants to do. Good morning, you're it. Yes. I don't know why you're going to talk about it, but you know, I got the microphone in the end of it. I got the microphone in the thing. I mean, I don't know why you talk. I can let you say stupid things on the air. Again, I'm involved in school now. I'm not talking about stuff I do not know about. I'm talking about stuff that I see all the time. And again, the atmosphere must be conducive to learning and not allow a few folks to mess it up and put their shirt in their pants, put their belt on, and pull their pants up. Okay? Give them some distance.